Hello, beautiful queens. Good morning, wherever you are in the world. It is early. I'm just waking up. But Spirit wanted me to come on and do a quick little session to help whoever is going through anxiety to help you clear it. So, if you are new to this group, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I am Hannah Jane. I am the founder of Radiant Goddess Revolution, and I activate women to step into their power and release all the small ways, release the fear, release the anxiety, release the unworthiness, release the self-doubt, all of those things, and step into their power so that they manifest everything they desire with ease and in a way that's correct for them. Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, Angelita. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So this is just going to be really quick, really simple, really easy. I have a filter on, I'm not going to lie. I literally just woke up and was having my coffee and Spirit was like, to an anxiety clearing. So okay, here we are. I'm trying to allow myself to be more spontaneous when it comes through because Spirit's been really prompting me to show up more and in different ways. And so often I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do that later. And then I either forget or, so I'm just going with it. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, and if you're catching the replay, comment below so I can say hi to you when you catch this later. I want you to just tune in, sit up straight, hands over your heart, and just check in with yourself. Just calm yourself. Take a couple nice deep breaths in and out. And if you want, you can even kind of rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how anxious you're feeling right now, okay? So you can just kind of come up with a number. Just go with the first number that comes to mind. Don't overthink it. Don't doubt yourself. And you can think of whatever you're feeling anxious about, whatever's stressing you out the most. And just breathe. And I just want to remind you that you're an energetic being. You're not just this physical world. And so when you feel like you're stuck in the physical, when it seems like you can't figure out how to fix something in the physical, you are able to harness your energy, the part of you that goes beyond space and time, the part of you that is bigger than this, the part of you that's not limited by the physical. And I want you to just notice how that feels. Welcome, Lynn. Welcome. Just notice how that feels in your body, kind of peeling your energy away from the problem, not being so hyper-focused on the physical, and remembering that you are a spiritual, energetic, vibrational being. And I just want to remind you of something that you probably know, but likely have forgotten, because when we get anxious, we get in this fight or flight mode, and everything we know kind of goes out the window and we just get in this survival mode. So I want to remind you that since you are an energetic being, you are creating your reality by what you're essentially expressing what you're feeling, what you're holding inside. So when we are holding on to anxiety, when we are holding on to not feeling safe, when we are holding on to feeling not worthy, when we are holding on to thinking that we're not enough, or people pleasing, or any of these things, or even reliving past trauma, all of that, that's actually being expressed out through us. And so of course, if we are creating from that state, we are going to notice that we are experiencing things in our outer reality that don't feel good. So I just want to remind you of that, because I know it's so easy as humans to look at what's already manifested in the physical and then feel triggered by that and feel stuck. But I want you to really just hands over your heart, breathe, close your eyes, get back into the touch with the truth that you are a vibrational being, you are a spirit. And the greater part of you is not limited by whatever's going on. Just breathe into that. And I want to remind you that inside each and every one of us is infinite intelligence. This is the part of you that is one with God. In fact, there's not actually any part of you that's not one with God or the universe. It just appears that way when we're here having this human experience playing on earth. Okay? It's just calming your nervous system, allowing yourself to take a moment to step out of that fight or flight, to really connect with your spirit, connect with the infinite part of you. And I want to remind you that that infinite intelligence within you always knows the way out. There is always a way out. And I can tell you from my own personal experience and the women I work with, it's never trying more in the physical. Because things in the physical can only be moved around so much. Your power lies in this energetic part of you. Your true power and strength lies in connecting with this part of you that is not bound by time or space. And maybe you refer to that as God or your soul or the universe. However you connect to that unseen force is just perfect. But that's the way you do it. And I'm not saying that you will never take action in the physical. But when we take action in the physical from a state of tense, anxious, stressed, I'm not enough, it's not working, I'm stuck, we are expressing more of that. So we are just literally staying in a loop, creating more of that. So I just invite you today, my loves, whatever you are most stressed out about, whatever you are feeling like you are up against a wall, can't do anything about it, I invite you to tap into, one, calming your nervous system, remembering who you are. You're a spirit. You have infinite intelligence within you. You are a limitless being. And start connecting with that part of you more. And know and affirm that that part of you is never stuck. And that the more you communicate with that part of you, the more you will be able to be led to your next steps forward. And perhaps you are led and called to take action, but it will be from this space, and it will be infinitely more potent than running around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to figure it all out. Because we can't solve a problem from the same energy, right? We can't undo the little mess we've made as a human from our human. We need to go higher. We need to play bigger. We need to tap into that bigger energy. So today, I just invite you to breathe. Remember who you are. When your mind is trying to tell you that you are stuck and you're a failure and you can't figure this out, I want you to kindly ask your mind to step aside, and I want you to invoke and call forth the truth of who you are, your true power. And I want you to act and think and believe from that space, and watch how differently you feel. Okay, so this is just a short little calm your anxiety, remember who you are session, give you a little tool. And I'll be the first to admit, I know that it doesn't just get cleared with one session. I know this from my own personal experience. I was someone who was so frustrated because I knew all about manifestation for so many years. I hired so many coaches, and yet nothing was changing. And for me personally, I had a lot to work through around self-worth. I was very, very abused as a child, and the message I got from that was that everything I do is wrong. So I was just in this state of either taking action from a frantic space because I was still anxious and feeling not enough and feeling like I needed to prove myself, or I was not taking action at all. I was hiding because I felt not good enough. And I was so afraid of being criticized. And so for me, I had to really work through my self-worth. I had to really work on loving myself. I had to just really work on calming my nervous system over and over and over again, and really being committed to it, and really being committed to telling new stories about money, new stories about love, new stories about my capability, about my work in the world, all of the things, my health. I had an autoimmune, likely you've heard me talk about that. And these are all things that I was able to clear, but it did take commitment, because when we're walking around with anxiety, that's wired into our nervous system. And especially, beautiful woman, if you are someone who's experienced abuse or trauma, that gets locked into your body, right? And we need to really meet our human where we're at and do our part to calm the nervous system, because we cannot undo whatever circumstance is going on that we don't like, whether you feel stuck in money, whether you are having health issues, whether you're in crappy relationships, whether you're like, I'm trying to do my soul work and it's not working. Like, it's always an energetic thing. And the first step when you're feeling anxious is to meet your human where you're at and calm your nervous system so you can actually hear the infinite intelligence within you that wants to show you the way out. So I really intend that this was helpful. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming on here and joining me live and sharing your beautiful energy with me. If you catch the replay, welcome. Thanks for joining me too. You can comment below. And you can just check in with yourself and see what, on a scale from 1 to 10, how anxious do you feel now? It should have dropped. So, and you can always come back to this. You can always use any of your other tools, but just be very mindful to meet your human self where you're at. Because as much as this is mindset, it's also physical for us because it gets stored in our body. So it's kind of useless to work on the mindset or trying to take action if we're not coming from a calm, peaceful state. So always first, when I work with my clients who are suffering from really bad anxiety, the first step is to calm the nervous system. And then we move from that space. And if you are feeling like you don't even know your next steps forward, that's okay. Just work on calming the nervous system. You'll start to feel much better. Your vibration will rise and likely stuff will come up, right? There's a purging phase. And this is actually why I offer the work I do, because the level of support I do, because, depending on what's going on with you, there's a lot of stuff you've been holding in your frequency, in your energy field. And these things, they come up and it's not comfortable, but they come up for us to clear them. And when we do our part and really clean up our energy and our beliefs and really become aware of what's actually going on, then life, the universe, God can do their part. But if you're someone who's feeling stuck, sorry, a lot's coming through. I guess someone needs to hear this about the manifestation. If you are feeling stuck, like I'm doing all the right things and nothing's working, I guarantee it's your energy. So this is just an invitation for you to dive deeper into that and your healing journey. And of course, if you would like to learn how to work with me, after this, I will link it. It should be I think there's a link in the group, but I need to double check that. I'll just link it in the video. I have my Mastermind Desire Queen coming up. We start in August. If you are ready for like a total overhaul of your life and really shift your paradigm, that is a wonderful mastermind for you. It's on pre-sale. I have some one-on-one mentoring. I've opened up some semi-private mentoring. So you can read all the details about that. You can always reach out to me. I have self-paced programs, all the things. So I am sending you love, beautiful women. Thank you for being here, and I will connect with you soon. Bye.